Welcome back to another episode of the Spectrum Living Podcast, where we discuss the biggest topics and trends in the home remodeling business. Make sure to subscribe to this show on your favorite podcast platform and join our mailing list by visiting our website, spectrum4remodeling.com. After you finish listening, go to our Facebook page, Spectrum 4 Remodeling, and continue the conversation. Thank you for listening.
So that's what we're talking about, right? So having different things, having access to different things for people.
Yes.
Instead of a one size fits all, like, oh, everybody needs this. Not because if you're out in a rural area, maybe you don't need sound deadening glass.
No.
Right? But if you're living over off, the service drive or something, maybe that's something that you want to look into.
Yep.
Right.
People that live on the water can get smart sunglass, which blocks some of the sunlight that comes through.
So if they're getting full sun off the water,
Yep.
Now these windows actually will perform to help be efficient in that environment versus someone who's got shade all day.
Yeah.
Right? So not all windows are created equal, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So who knew?
Yeah.
Right? Because all these companies running around, everything's
one thing,
right?
Yes.
And there's other stuff that we can be doing. There's other things that we can be bringing to the table so that every client is getting what's best for them in their particular situation. But it always comes back, for me, and you tell me if I'm wrong, it always comes back to me that none of that matters if the installation side of it
still got to be installed.
isn't right, or if there's something missing. Or if they're just in a hurry or whatever.
Yes.
So we want to make sure, and again, I always sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but it comes back to not all installers are created equal either, just like Windows, right?
Yeah.
And the more that you have to have in order to service clients, the less likely you are to be able to control that situation. You're going to have some installer that's not as good as the other one.
Yes.
And there's no way for a homeowner to know which one's going to show up to his house.
No.
Right?
Unless you're certified.
You can tell the sales, I want to make sure I get the best guy. And then the sales guys can go, oh, yeah, I'm going to make sure you get the best guy. And they don't, because they can't. Right?
No.
And then you don't. So one of the things that we want our clients to know, so at Spectrum, variety of different windows that we offer. Depending on what somebody's needs are. And then always 100% the best installer is going to be showing up to put that in, which is you and your guys.
Yes.
Right? I know that to be true because we've been working together forever. And you are one of the primo installers. I haven't seen anybody do a better job. And so that's makes me, more, as the owner of Spectrum, that gives me the confidence when I'm looking at a homeowner, I'm talking to a homeowner knowing that there's not going to be any problems, right? There's not going to be any questions. Install is going to be perfect. You know what to look for. If we need to get a manufacturer in to look at a service issue like we just had.
Yes.
Right? We just had a problem with a window that was a manufacturer defect. Quick and easy. You let me know, I let them know, they schedule it, and they're going out to take care of it. And so it makes it. That's why the certification process is so important.
Yes.
So that there's a relationship all the way through, right? And somebody like, with you being a certified installer, you pick up on these things before anybody, maybe the homeowner wouldn't even, it was such a minute thing that maybe the homeowner would never even have noticed it.
Yep.
But you did, right? And I think that's, the value that we're bringing to a client. So when clients are shopping for windows are one thing, but what really separates you is doors.
Yes.
You install doors, and you like installing doors, right? There's not a whole lot of guys that like installing doors. I know a bunch of window guys that can install doors, and they can do an okay job, but they hate it, right? And you actually are really good at it, and so therefore you don't mind doing it. You like doing doors, and you do some crazy doors.
Yes.
right? Not just, I mean, you do the regular doors, normal doors, but you get into some,
Cast
you
iron.
know. So tell us a little bit about some of the odd doors that you've installed in the past.
Arched wood doors.
So
iron.
arch meaning so they're
Yeah.
they're curved at the top.
They're curved at the top. Tougher doors than normal.
Yeah, that would be a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So is that a new construction environment? Something
No,
like
it's
that?
remodel.
Oh, it was a remodel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did they already have that kind of door in there, or they made that kind of door for that particular?
They made the door for the opening.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So steel doors, wood doors, fiberglass doors,
Fiberglass.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Bifold doors,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty neat. We'll be bringing this on another episode coming up. We're gonna go to the plant. Me and you've talked before, so we're gonna Sunspace actually manufactures a bifold door system, and so we're gonna go and get you certified in that,
Yes.
right? Because you've already done bifold doors from other manufacturers, but the Sunspace door is a European style door, really beautiful door. But like you said, they're temperamental, right?
Yes.
You got to know what you're doing with
Mhm.
those, or else they won't perform. So we're gonna go take a look at the Sunspace door and get you certified on that, and so that we can install start offering those to our clients now that we're offered that door. So that'll be something cool. So bifold doors, swing doors, French doors, steel doors, so any kind of door.
Pretty much all the doors.
All right. So what's how is doors similar to windows as far as same stuff goes, right? Foam, insulating,
Mhm. Same stuff.
wood rot, all the same things, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has to be incorporated when you're looking at the door.
Yes.
Now I've seen some things like that we carry, some nice doors,
Mhm.
right? What's the difference between the door that people are getting at the box store and the doors that we're getting, right? Because people always say, "Oh, it was a whole lot cheaper." Well, it's different, right? I mean, they're not the same.
Nope.
So, for a homeowner or the layperson, what's different between that door at, on the rack over there at the box store versus something that we're going to show up with?
Mhm. A lot of the doors at the box stores are finger jointed,
Okay.
which comes apart after years.
So the frame is
The frame, quality of the door itself,
okay.
the glass that's in the door.
But it can't be because and I'll just use the name, right? We'll just throw a name out, Thermatru,
Mhm.
right? Very nice door,
Yes.
right? But the Thermatru door that I get, I mean, we have some on display here, some beautiful ones from Thermatru in the showroom. But that door is not the same one that's at the box store, even though it says Thermatru.
No.
Right?
Mhm.
So I think that's where homeowners get confused because they're like, well, no, it's Thermatru.
Yes.
Right? And then the one you said is Thermatru, but you're telling me that one's different. And it is.
It is.
Right? So what are they doing? Are they making a door for a box store versus the door that we would get?
Production doors.
Okay.
Production. Just like anything.
So just pumping them up.
They pump them up.
Pump it up.
Thermatru sends parts to 2 different suppliers in the state of Michigan to provide custom doors. And that's where a lot of people don't understand why Thermatru goes this way, and then the other suppliers make these doors just for distributors in the state of Michigan.
Oh, okay. So they're separating
Yeah.
and that. Which is why I say the one at the box store has a wood piece under the threshold, and then the
Yes.
one that we have has a composite piece.
Yes.
Right? So the moisture's not getting to it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, so it's just so they can make it more of the masses, and
Yes.
it is what it is. So for a homeowner or layperson that's shopping for doors, so it comes down to that there is a difference between what they're getting at a box store
Yes.
and what they're getting through somebody like us or another door installer or door company like us.
Yes.
Right. But the door companies don't make handles and stuff, right? So all that, I think a lot of people get confused. You know, you can spend $800 on a door handle,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to, but I mean, when you start getting into custom doors, you start getting into hard. I mean, that's where things start really kind of going sideways too. Is it's hard to go apples to apples for somebody to really figure out what it is because the hardware could be,
Oh yeah.
crazy, right?
Yeah, there's so many manufacturers of handles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So which one are you getting, right? So now for us, would you say Schlage is the most popular,
Schlage's most popular.
right?
Mm-hmm.
What does Anderson usually, if you're getting a door from Anderson, do they have specialty hardware that they
Anderson has their own hardware for their patio doors and all their doors,
Okay.
which they make.
They make themselves.
They make themselves.
Okay.
Everything's made from Anderson.
So we're not going to the box store and picking up a hardware.
No,
We're getting it
with the Anderson door.
with the door.
Yep.
And they've tested their hardware.
Yes.
And they know that the hinge system works, and they know this, and they know that, and so it's just safer. And then that also helps with the warranty and all that kind of stuff because it's all coming from down, right?
Yep.
Will we do a box store door for somebody if they want?
Yeah, I've installed them, but it's a matter of what they want.
Just budgets and
what fits the house.
Okay. Because now everything is the threshold comes with it, so we're not doing replacement doors. We're doing new doors, right? Which is
new jam,
new threshold. We're not just changing the slab.
No.
Right.
Nope.
Or if you remember the old L frame, like they just had like the threshold on one side.
The remod doors.
Yeah, remod doors, right? Remember those?
Yep.
I haven't seen one of those, so we're dating ourselves.
Gosh, I've installed thousands of those through the years.
They don't still make those, do they? I haven't seen one forever.
In some areas, but out here they stopped doing them because all the doors have thresholds on them.
And that reminds me too, right? So in our area, we're kind of unique in Michigan, right? Because we have a Michigan patio door.
Yep.
Right, which is an odd size, right? What is that? It's like a 5.5 something. It's not quite 6, so it's somewhere. It's just a few inches less than a 6-foot door.
Yes.
Right. So it's a weird size, and you literally call it a Michigan patio door.
Yep.
Right. Which is weird. But we also with the entry doors and stuff. When you get like Oak Park, Detroit, some of the older neighborhoods, like the door sizes are not normal either.
Nope.
Right?
Cut downs,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody thinks, well, I can just go to the box store and get a door.
Doesn't always work.
And it won't fit, right? And so, but that's stuff that we're looking at.
Yes.
Right? And we have something to fix that. We can get the door made.
Yes.
To fit whatever opening it needs to go, right?
Yes.
Well, Scott, I really appreciate you coming in and talking to the homeowners a little bit about doors. We're going to do this again, maybe around the time when we figure out the trip to Sunspace about the bifold doors, and then we can kind of have another door segment, another window segment, talking about that, and try to incorporate that. Because I don't think we've really touched on everything that we could touch on when it comes to window installations, door installations, what kind of doors and windows that we have out there, and how we can better service clients around here. In our humble opinion, we'll do a better job. So give us a call, guys. Like and subscribe the page. Give us a call. SpectrumForRemodeling.com. We're happy to look at whatever door or window projects you have. And I can guarantee you that Scott and his crew will be the ones that come out and professionally install your doors and windows, and you will love it. And so for all of us here, we appreciate it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe to the page. Thanks. See ya.
Thank you.